All right, all right, all right. Want to welcome you to another episode of The Unfunded Retiree. My name is Mark, and I have become the master of obsolescence in my working career with skills that I have picked up and professions that I've been a part of. But that's really not the conversation for today. What I wanted to chat with you for just a few minutes about is that. In the past couple of years, I've been transitioning into retirement, and it's something I've out of necessity. Things coming up, not part of the plan, not part of the plan at all. But something that I have determined is, you know, in my 45 years of working, basically we've been told a retirement lie. The lie being that you've got to have millions of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars to even think of cutting back or of not selling your life to pay the bills. Things have changed. It used to be prior to 1979 and the changes in tax law that made 401ks popular. It used to be that you worked for a corporation and they fund together. You funded a retirement program, so your retirement is basically guaranteed. Well, it's not that way anymore. And one of the things that's frustrating, besides the fact that as you grow through your life and marriage and kids and market downturns and all the stuff that you just try to figure out as you're going along, those things, some are key to your value in your life, your family. That's what money's there for, to uh, to fund what needs to be funded. But it has a way of chewing up your savings. The plan that you have to to create enough money in your working life so that you can stop at some point. Um, Hopefully, yeah, although the age of retirement keeps creeping up, recently from 65 to 67 for full vesting of Social Security benefits, which, by the way, part of the lie that we, uh, the incorrect map. Let's put it nicely here. The map that we were following is not accurate because it you're told that you've got to have high six figures, multiple seven figures of millions of dollars saved to be able to retire. I'm here to tell you, if that were the case, I would never. I'd be enslaved until the time that I die. And where's the fun in that? So the thing that's frustrating is we've got a benefit if you've got your 10 vesting quarters in with Social Security, then you're eligible for Social Security retirement benefits at your 62nd birthday. Now, the longer you work, the more that you get. But what they don't tell you is that the age of optimum physical ability, the maximum age is, oh, gee, it's got to be what, 78, 80 years old? That's the average life expectancy. Well, you, who here knows that the older you get, the more challenging it is to remain active mentally, physically, to be productive. It peaks at, anybody want to guess? 60, 61, 62, 67, 70. It's 63 years old. So if you work, something I've seen in my life, I couldn't tell you how many dozens and dozens of people that my path paths in life, my path in life, singular, it's one path. Anyway, in my living life, I know dozens, maybe 100 people that they never made it to retirement. They may have made it until the week before, the day after they retire, and they're they never see the benefits of their hard work, of their Social Security retirement benefits. They'll never see that because they didn't live to do that. There's Social Security death benefits and survivor benefits, but that's another story. And I'll recap this at the end of the video and probably put something in the description. It's easier than ever to verify your benefits with Social Security Administration. It's just ssa.gov, ssa.gov, Social Security Administration.gov. Um, there you'll be able to get your report of of your status of your account, so you know what benefits that you've got. And I bring this up because I don't know with certainty the motivation, but I do know the financial community, at least in the majority of the documents I've seen over the years, they never ever take Social Security benefits into account. So, give you an idea of this. Say if you're, well, I'll just share with you. My Social Security benefits aren't that much. You know, you're talking about less than $2,000 a month, but hey, that's like having $800,000 in an account that spends interest off, and that's what you live off of. So that money needs to be counted. Now, will Social Security be around forever? Yeah, I think it will. Will it change? Oh, yeah. It's like everything else in life has changed in a big way. But anyway, uh, the 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 roadmap that we were given to success, work uh, work all of our healthy years in life, and then we can slow down and enjoy the fruits of our labor. The money side's a little sketchy because of forces. You know, it could be nothing that you or I have done directly, um, and have to deal with the consequence of. It could just be stuff happens and we've got to deal with it. And what happens is that keeps pushing further and further down the road, the point at which we can retire if we use conventional wisdom. But, you know, we don't need rigid math in the equation of retirement. You know, we've got the Social Security guaranteed solution, um, to work with. If that's not enough, which for most of us is not, there are other things that we can do to bring up the shortfall. Say if you worked part time, doing something that you like. With me is I want to be more selective in what I do and who I do it with, because I do enjoy certain things in life, certain aspects of jobs that I have worked with over the years, worked in over the years to create the money. But that's why you're seeing me here, because I enjoy mentoring. I enjoy yakking. I enjoy a lot of nerdy things, but that's just me. You gotta love me. So anyway, well, you have a choice. My wife and my kids, not so much. They're just stuck with me. But so Social Security, be Be careful about your be able to do something that you enjoy, and if it spends off cash, awesome. The oh, you got to help the boy out here. Forgive me, I've kind of hit a little blank spot. Sometimes that happens. I walk through doorways and I forget what I was going to another room for, and sometimes I'm just talking and then I run out of mental capacity. But anyway, we work with what we got, but we need to realize that our health, our life, our ability to earn an income is limited. And we do need to think about every decision that we make financially. Each dollar represents a portion of our life. That's your life that you're never going to get back. That's time that you're not guaranteed any more of. It's not a fountain. It's not like when you're 15 years old, you thought you'd live forever and that you were invincible. And sometimes you still like to have those fantasies, but then you sit up in the bed and sling your feet on the floor and you realize, ooh, I sound like my father. So, so anyway, we've got to make the best of and the most of what we've got to work with, because we're not guaranteed tomorrow. Can I get an amen? Okay. Yeah, drop it below, amen. All right. So the, I've got notes here, but I need to just quit looking at them. But and we're at the time that I really want to be wrapping things up. This is way more involved than what I thought. But my friends, I'm here to tell you, don't believe the lie. Uh, The lie that you've got to work until the day you die. You need to be productive until the day that you die. You need to enjoy life until you die. The day that you die, you need to enjoy. You need to love on your family until that breath no longer is in you. All right, my friends. So I we are going to come back and visit this. In fact, you'll see the theme in and out of this channel as it grows, because this is something, one, that's very relative and relevant to me, and it is to you, whether you've realized it or not, because we all have those thoughts of how much longer can I do this? Fill in the blank of what it is. Something that when you were younger is like, oh yeah, this is easy. I can do it all day long. Or Lionel Richie, all night long. Yeah, I'm not a singer. But these days it takes more effort, and you really want to know. I want to know and be very intentional to know what I do adds value. All right, my friends. I appreciate you hanging out with me for 3 minutes or excuse me, 13 minutes and 35 seconds. Appreciate you letting me ramble. I'm Mark Watkins. Again, that website that you need to go to is ssa.gov. But you knew that. I heard you. All right, my friends. Until next time, time. TTFN. Ta ta for now. See ya.